to vote on: stalked by my ex or my coming out story. The majority of the votes went to my coming out story. For those of you who voted, I just want to say thanks. And if you voted for stalked by my ex and you still want me to make that video, just go ahead and comment down below. If you follow my social media accounts, just let me know that you would like me to post that video, and I'll go ahead and make it for you guys. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So my story is honestly not really dramatic at all. The reason why I chose this as one of the topics for the video is because I get asked about it a lot from different people, not necessarily in a mean way, but a lot of people are shocked when they find out that I date girls. So I figure what better way to tell my story than on my YouTube channel. It's actually a really small story. It's not any bells and whistles or really dramatic or anything like that. I came out to my family when I was 16 years old. And the way that I came out was basically bringing my girlfriend home. I didn't say anything. They didn't say anything. I literally just brought her home. I was away at school. I was away at a trade school that was out of town, I guess you can say, like 3 hours away from my hometown. And me and the girl had been dating, but she was a secret, of course. But she was over it because she had been a lesbian for forever. Like she was 18 or 19, I can't remember. And she had already been a lesbian, had already had girlfriends, had already been out to her family, and this was my first relationship, period, with a girl or a boy. She was the first person I was ever with. So she was pretty much over me hiding her, not just from my family, but even people at the school. Like, I wouldn't tell anybody that I was dating her. And I don't know if it's because I was shy that she was a girl, because I didn't know how relationships work. I didn't really know what it was. I was just scared to let people know. Before I brought her home, I used to send letters home, write home. I don't know if we had phones or something. It wasn't that long ago. I'm not that old. But I used to write home, and in the letters I would write, did y'all know that lesbians use rainbow as their sign that they're gay? So it's a lot of girls here who wear rainbow bracelets, etc., etc., trying to feel them out and see how they would feel about me being a lesbian. But nobody ever said anything like, ugh, it's gross, or what, nobody said anything. So I really didn't know how they felt about it, but I just knew that she was over me keeping her a secret. So they were having a party at my house. I want to say it was for my stepdad's birthday, which is 3 days before my birthday, but I can't really remember. But I do know that it was a big party going on. So we got a weekend pass. We bought bus tickets, and we came down to Houston to visit my family for the party. When I brought her in, I didn't say, hey, this is my girlfriend. I simply just brought her in the house. We went to the room that I had when I was living there and put our bags down, and we just partied with my family. Nobody really said anything. My cousin said, and to this day, I don't know if she was serious or if she was joking, but she said, whose son is that? And my mom said, that's my son. And that's how I realized that she was accepting of it. And the day went on, the weekend went on. Nobody ever said anything bad. I did want to know how my stepdad felt about it, because me and him were really close, me growing up, but he never said anything. But later when I asked him, like, how did he feel about it? Why didn't he say something? He said he already knew. Like, from the time I was a child, he knew that I would be a lesbian, I guess. So that was that. That's me coming out. Me and my girlfriend stayed together. My girlfriend at the time stayed together for a while. After we broke up, it's when I started back dating guys. Well, not even started back dating guys, because I had never dated a guy. She was my first everything. But After we broke up is when I decided to date guys, and the reason why is because it was pretty much like a not peer pressure, but like influence kind of thing. I knew very early on that I liked girls, but you know when you grow up a certain way and you hear certain things, you don't want to be that way. So I knew that I like girls, but I didn't want to be weird or I didn't want to be different. So I just didn't be gay, basically. So after me and the girl broke up, this is when I started hearing things from other people like, oh, it wasn't of God and that's why it didn't work, or how do you even know you like girls and you never even had a boyfriend, or that wasn't even a real relationship, etc., etc. So that's when I decided, you know what, let me get a boyfriend, because maybe I'm not gay, maybe that wasn't a real relationship, maybe I don't even know what love or sex or any of that is. So I got a boyfriend. I was dating a boy for a little while. I can't remember dates or time frames or any of that, but I was dating him and I was 18. I decided, you know what, I'm gonna have sex with him. And that's really how the decision process worked. Like, am I gay? I need to have sex with a boy. Literally how it worked. So I called my mom, 18 years old. Mama, I want to have sex with this boy. My mama was so happy that I even called her to tell her this. So she was like, he's older than you. He'll know what to do, blah, blah, blah. You know, mother-daughter talk. So we did that. I had sex with the boy and I got pregnant. The first time ever I got pregnant. So to answer one of the questions about how did you end up with kids if you're a lesbian? That's how. I was with girls initially, but after it didn't work out, I got with a boy, and I don't want to say as an experiment because that's rude. I got with a boy, and I ended up getting pregnant the first time I ever touched a boy. The first time I got pregnant. So I decided, you know what? Being with girls is not right. God doesn't like it. The world doesn't like it. I have a baby now, so I may as well just be normal and be who I was put here to be, which is a girl who dates a guy who has kids and do the whole white picket fence thing. So that's what I did, and I went on for years dating guys, and I actually had 5 boyfriends in my life. A lot of people think that lesbians never had a boyfriend, never had sex, blah, blah, blah. But I've had 5 boyfriends. I'm sorry. The last time I was with a guy, he was a pretty decent guy, you know, like you have guys who are trifling guys and you have guys who are good guys. I had a good guy, and I felt like, oh, if I can't make this relationship with this guy work, then I probably can't make a relationship with no guy work, because it was just something that was missing. No matter how good you are to a person, if they are not who you want them to be, y'all will never be happy. So I was with this guy, we broke up, and I decided, you know what, I'm not doing this no more. Like, if the world doesn't like it, then that's just the way that it's gonna be. So I literally sat my kids down and had a talk with them. And they were pretty young. My daughter was 7 or 8. So my daughter was 8. My daughter was 8 years old, I think, and my son was 6. And that's pretty young, but I just wanted to pick their brains and see how they felt about homosexuality. Mind you, me and my kids have an open relationship. We have always had an open relationship since the time that they can talk. So I sat them down and I said, how do you feel about a girl dating a girl or a guy dating a guy? My son honestly wasn't paying attention because he's 6, he doesn't care. But my daughter has been mature for forever. So her response was, if they love each other and they're nice to each other, then I don't see any problem with it. Mind you, she's a child, not even double digits yet. So when she said that to me said, you know what, be who you want to be. You know, don't hide behind, oh, this is what the world likes, or this is what it's supposed to be. Because honestly, if a child can view it as normal, then it's normal. And it's not normal for a lot of people, but that's what helped me be who I am today. So once she said that, I decided, you know what, I'm gonna stop dating guys, and I'm gonna stop hiding who I am. And yeah, that's what happened. Like, I started dating girls full time. Can I say that? Yeah, I started dating girls full time, I guess you could say. I don't know, but because at first it was like, okay, I'm with a boy, but secretly I like girls. So when we break up or we have a fight or something like that, then I can date a girl, and not even date, because we're not gonna go out in public. We're just gonna, you know, you know. So at that moment, I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna be with girls, and I'm gonna get serious about being in a relationship with a girl. I'm not gonna hide who I am, and that's what happened. That's how I came to be who I am today, open with it. Now, when a lot of people didn't know that I had a girlfriend when I was 15, 16. No, but a lot of people didn't know that. So when I came out again, my second coming out, a lot of people was like, what? Or, girl, I can't believe it, or something like that. And I got a little backlash from like guys who I thought were friends with me stopped being friends with me. People who I thought were or genuine people stopped talking to me, and I got judgment from people. But I really didn't care, because I wanted to be who I am, and I wanted to be comfortable with my choices. So that's why I decided to say fuck everybody, honestly. And my family has never said anything bad about it. They've always been very supportive of my decisions, and not necessarily supportive. They just feel like it's your life, like whatever choice you make, it's your life. We never had a big talk about it or anything like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's my coming out story. So I guess you could say that I came out twice. I came out once when I was 15, and I came out again when I was late 20s. But to answer any questions, no, I've never been crushed so badly by a guy that he pushed me to a girl. In fact, my first relationship was by a girl who crushed me badly. So in that case, I should be stuck with guys. I don't hate men. I don't think men are gross. I'm just sexually attracted to females, one female in particular at this time. Yeah, that's it. That's my coming out story. For anyone who is struggling with their sexuality, be it young, old, male, female, my best advice would be to be who you genuinely are, to be who your heart knows that you are, because sometimes in your head things get clouded by other people's opinions. I don't think you should ever hide who you are from the world, and you definitely should hide who you are from yourself. Hiding and being secretive about your sexuality is honestly how a lot of people get hurt. Both ways. You hurt people because you're not being true about who you are, and someone can hurt you because you're misleading them. So if you're struggling with your sexuality, be true to yourself, because honestly, the only person whose opinion matters is God, and he already knows. So if you can do that in front of the Most High, then why can't you do it in front of the world? You know what I mean? So be who you are, love who you are, be open about who you are. That's my story, and I hope you guys feel open enough to share your story to your friends, your family. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have any topics that you want me to talk about, just comment them, and maybe I'll make a video about it. So until next time, see you later.